this is Group D of the group stage here. Yesterday we saw Group A and B already without our casting, unfortunately, but we had to work, so a little break there. Today, Group D, top 2 will make it into the playoffs that start tomorrow, and the 2 losers are out. In this group, we have Moon, PCG, Lawlight, and Focus, so 3 Koreans against 1 Chinese. 3 different races, unfortunately no humans, but I thought a little more diversity can't be bad. And yeah, this is our first match, the winner bracket semifinal. Once again, a best of 3. Moon in blue in the bottom left, starting here on Twisted Meadows with the Keeper of the Grove and his opponent PCG. Moon, of course, the favorite in this, but PCG has had some fun games, especially versus Lin this week already. With torrents and stuff.
Ah, yeah, on Echo Isles. Yes, the expansion game, I remember now. Ah, yeah. That was good. By the way, thank you to our first 2 subs, or 3 subs, I guess. Tunuk, Psychotropic, and Exodon TV. Also, Blubberban, thank you very much for the donation. And Dunkop31 as well. So, yeah, it is a keeper. We were expecting this one. He waited very long for the Ancient of War, so I was expecting this to actually be keeper hunts in true ladder style. But so far, no Hunter's Hall. Only the Ancient of War here, not for creeping though, and the keeper is being aggressive as it seems across the map. Kind of like the building placement here in the undead base. 1 ziggurat in front. Should also be turned into a narrow tower, otherwise that doesn't do too much, but I guess he's gonna do that pretty soon. Very early graveyard here, indicating that he wants to go into Fiends pretty quickly. But now the keeper's here already, and is actually going for the Treants first. And forces the TP home from the DK. He doesn't want to lose any acolytes here, and of course shouldn't. Has the coil, has the 4 HP per second regen. Shouldn't be too hard to keep these alive.
I think so too. There is 3 more coils here. The Treant Terrace doesn't really work out, but he summons 2 new ones. Of course, no Dispel for the undead for quite some time. But he still defends it. Now the damage is spread across 2 acolytes, 3 acolytes. Makes it a little harder, but 1 more coil. And, oh, surround attempt here with the upgraded Nerubian tower. Trying to go for the 4 units surround, but it's not that easy. And so the keeper moves out. And 1 acolyte has, oh, not fallen. Hunters are coming in though. Pressure intensifies.
Yeah, this all could have been way less troublesome to hold if this narrow had just been upgraded earlier. Then the keeper can't walk in, he's getting attacked from the ghouls from the get-go, and will be forced to move away pretty soon. But now he's surrounded, so he will be forced to get out of this. Important now to keep all acolytes alive, but he actually loses 1. Keeper will be sacrificed here, which means the Huntress will probably die as well. And he doesn't use the coil, he already had the arm in the air, loses the 2nd acolyte. At least this one he will save. I guess he had his 6th one somewhere else, so he's back to 4 now. Kind of okay, but not the perfect hold here from PCG.
Yeah, Moon kind of stubborn, banging his head against the wall here to trying to get more acolytes, and it worked out in the end. So 2 acolytes against the hero. This of course slows down the hero progress, but we have level 2 on the DK. Almost ghouls are moving out, but Moon on the left side of the map already has a tree up, and his tier 2 is about to finish as well. I think you can still creep very, very well with a few Huntress.
And now with the presence here of these hunts, keeping the DK away from creeping as well, which I guess he's gonna be fine with. It's kind of interesting. Keeper, of course, strong on level 1, we always say this. But usually it's with Entangle. Now it's with Treants. So I feel like he'll desperately need some experience. Once he creeps up the expansion, of course, he will be level 2. Still takes a little bit though. But what this harassment did, not only did it kill an acolyte, but it also kept these ghouls off of lumber for so long. So this tier 3 is going to be very late. And with that, maybe this expo is going to have tons of time to get in the gold.
Okay, finally the overlay is working. Sorry about that, but yeah, we are having heavy problems with our software, so sorry about the inconvenience there. So now, creeping starts. This, oh, DK is around though. Would be very nice if he steals one of those ogres.
Yeah, just a single kill here would give him level 2. That would be a big deal.
And
just coming from
level
the main.
2. For the keeper. Ah, well, with the bonus experience, I'm not so sure.
I think this is easily enough for level 2 here. Even think it gives up a creep. Yeah. So. Plenty. DK's dropping low though, and has to be careful. The TP's gone already. He has to know that Entangle is right around the corner. In fact, one of these skeletons will do it. And, oh, level 2 though. Very important. With the Lich Nova coming in towards the archers, they will die, despite a Loon's Grace. And now passing over the rod, this will be more skeletons. Some Wisps here would be a nice addition, but didn't think of that, I guess. Nova still on the Lich. A little bit dangerous here. The Keeper, if he forced to TP away, perhaps this Expo could be in trouble. Probably not, though. Last hit here is big. That's massive experience, and it goes to...
Keeper.
Yeah, it goes to the Keeper.
That was big. With only a few hunters in the tree and getting the last hit here over a Coil or Nova, both were ready. Maybe on cooldown, but he gets another Huntress. Boop, down it is. And the Keeper is still alive. More archers coming in. 4 at the same time. So Moon with good tier 1 diversity in his army, but what's next? Ancient of Lore, Huntress Hall in the back, no tier 3 tech yet, and more Huntress. So what's PCG doing? We have only one Crypt, Slaughterhouse coming now, tier 3 tech has started as well. As you mentioned before, lots of lumber issues there.
Yeah, he finally gets it, but yeah, it is gonna be late. Thank you very much also to Steven, just resubbing for 11 months. How nice of you. Thank you. Item was stolen, it was the Talisman, so not the greatest find. Perhaps if he finds himself in an Entangled focus, it could help out a little bit, but I guess he would have preferred Claws or Pendant, or maybe even Boots. Boots pretty good. So, Status will be coming out, Destroyers will be coming. That's of course the hard counter to the Keeper. Is the army gonna be strong enough for Moon by then? Will this Expo have paid off enough to win this battle? Not without a hero, but with an underwhelming hero. That's kind of always the issue with the Keeper. He's really good early, and he falls off really hard later, especially against Undead. So you have to get that economy rolling. And the Expo has started to mine now, but it wasn't the super early expansion.
That's true. Also, no tier 3 yet, so no chance for Bears, no second Ancient of Lore. So he's going tier 1 and 2 mixed. Huntress with Moonglades upgrade coming, as well as Dryads with Dispel upgrade. So Moon is getting in fighting shape. There's no level 3 yet for the DK. Of course, he's working on it. Fiends are coming, 3 of them. Fiends should be a great counter to everything that the Night Elf throws at him, in absence of a tier 3. Going for Nature's Blessing here, indicating more armor, of course, on the Treants, and maybe even a second expansion. So easy to creep for Moon now, with all those Hunters and Treants.
Yeah, and despite tier 3 being there for PCG, his Slaughterhouse was late as well. That means his second statue is only going to be coming out in a moment, and only then Destroyer form comes in. So he's going to have actually a lot of time here, the Night Elf player, for this Expo to keep on running and giving him more and more money. Keeper has reached level 4. Is he really going to play the solo Keeper?
Looks like it, right? We have Rune Braces against Entangle on the Undead side, and level 3.
I think that's so dangerous, though. I think if you play Keeper solo, the Undead can just go, like, I don't know, statues, 1-2 Destroyers, and then with strong heroes, he just can pretty much defeat everything. Especially if the Knife is staying on tier 2, which Moon is doing at the moment. He's still at 50 supply with quite a bit of gold. Now with the Creep Jack coming in, Dark Ranger 3rd here. Possibly Dark Arrow here to start snowballing. Night Elf army with Merc support is going to be pretty big, but not the most amazing. Hunts, Archers, yes, they're upgraded. But in the focus fire, they could still be dying quickly. That being said, though, the Undead army isn't very big either.
True that. We have no Destroyers yet. Is he researching it? Yes, he is. Now finishing. And more Fiends. We have a lot of mana on this Keeper of the Grove. With the rope, with the Zombie Mask, and the big potion. But here comes another Creep Jack. Huntress a little cut off. First Destroyer in the air. Nova into the Archers. So how many units can he pick up? First one being staffed out, but it was only an Archer here. And Snare hits the Treant, so it's not that bad. But Moon is forced into a Town Portal, which of course he can easily afford. Gets another kill and another one. So 2 units dead, plus a Town Portal. Decent trade by PCG, especially if he can creep those spots now.
Yeah, this is kind of the magic triangle of Twisted Meadows. The Mercamp's gone already, but if you can creep Mercamp plus Goldmine plus Laboratory, that's so much experience, such great items. But he's not going for it, despite probably having to rely on his heroes later on. It looks like he feels he's under pressure, but he's not attacking the expansion either. I think a counter expo attempt could have been a good idea earlier, but now it seems like it's too late. He's taking the fight here in the middle of the map. 4 Fiends, it's pretty good. 1 Destroyer, perhaps you want more against the Keeper with Entangle and Treants. There's a scroll healing coming in. Dryads, damage from the back, of course. So far, no kills here for Moon, but he has a big ranged army. Just taking quite a bit of damage.
Good
the
kiting.
DK. Yeah.
The Destroyer is saving the Dispel for the Entangles, I feel, so the Treants can do quite a bit with only 1 Destroyer. Of course, 2 Fiends, they deal extra damage. Constant coils on the Lich, who's like the focus fire of the entire ranged army for the entire fight, I guess. Now the Dark Ranger is dropping a little. Where will the next coil fly? And there it is on the Dark Ranger. So the Lich is out of this fight, and he's the biggest damage dealer. Looking good for Moon.
They're slowly whittling him down here. He actually hasn't found a single kill yet. But now the Dark Ranger might be his prize. Oh, not quite. Good movement there. Keeps him alive. But now finally, with masses, Moon drives him back. And will find 2 Fiend kills. 1 may be denied. But that is the Undead out of his hair. And his Expo still able to run.
At 48 supply only for PCG. 71 for Moon. Quite interesting for Moon to go Thorns Aura. I haven't seen that in 1.30 at all. But it's only 1 level, so we have level 2 Treants, level 1 Entangle, and level 1 Thorns Aura. Doesn't do anything at all, except against the DK, but he's not doing too many right clicks as well. Moon tier 3 now for Bears, because the Dryads don't do anything anymore. The Huntress.
It's kind of interesting with Thorns though, because I think he recognized that, you know, in general Undeads they always keep the Dispel for the Entangle. So once there's Dispel, Entangle isn't really worth anything anymore. So instead he goes into Thorns, expecting perhaps A-bombs to come.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now we have a counter expansion attempt here by PCG, but it's way too late, man. Moon is already up its 80 supply. Yeah, GG.
He knows. GG indeed. That's the first win for Moon. Quite quickly, quite one-sided. The expansion just worked after buying some time with a Keeper, as it oftentimes is the case.
Yeah, honestly, that defense was not very good. If you go for the Narrow Tower or for the Ziggurat so early, you have to upgrade it early. Otherwise, you know, there can be a Keeper in your base. Treants first is fairly unusual, but if he goes for that, super annoying. And then using all those ghouls, being so low, so lumber, not going for any more ghouls than after, nothing really seemed to line up there for PCG.
True. But I guess it was to be expected. Like, with PCG, it's kind of the same as with TBC. We follow them, and yeah, from time to time they provide very entertaining matches, but they are definitely not up on the level of Moon or like the other tier 1 or 2 players that we have on the scene.
That's certainly true. But you know, Keeper Expo plays, you don't have to out-micro your opponent, really. Not as hard as in many other matchups. You just have to kind of find the right timings to attack, to defend, or to expand yourself. So going for the right strategy could get you a game here or there, even if you're the inferior player.
Yeah. We haven't seen gargoyles here. Could have certainly been an answer. But with the lack of lumber, I don't know. Well, maybe you can go. Are you still on Netties? Are you invited already? Because I don't... Ah, there you are. It's missing on my friend list. How could that happen?
I thought I was number 1 on the friend list.
You are. Usually it was a bug, man. But very, very bad one.
All these Netties bugs, man. Gargs, especially, were very tempting on the old Twisted Meadows. But nowadays, no more Big Drake, so no more so easy to expand on the island.
True that. Will you stream the random race this evening? I'm not. I have to work. I don't know about you.
I'm afraid not.
But we're back tomorrow with a long-ass stream. We start at 1, and we might finish at 1 at night.
That's a long stream, bro.
Yeah, with WGL September, with Ugri Challenge a little bit, and American Open qualifier for WGL.
That one shouldn't go so long, though, right? Only goes to the semifinals.
That's true, but I don't know how many people signed up for it. I think 50 or so. Pretty good.
But it's only best of 1 until the deciding round.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Right.
We'll see, won't we? As long as we look.
Is anything wrong? What?
Huh?
What are you
No.
clicking so much? Okay, we're waiting for Moon
I
here.
gotta keep my APM up, dude.
Of course.
Practice.
Best
We actually
streamer
have an internal Firestalkers tournament going on at the moment, and I'm gonna have my game Sunday, late Sunday. So gotta practice, yo.
When will you do that? After the 3-on-3 cast?
Yeah, after the cast.
Okay. Man, you're gonna be tired.
I don't know anything such as tired.
Okay, I'll remember you about that. Best stream in the world, Remo Neo Best Casters. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that sweet comment. A lot of praise these days, even though everything goes to shits. Like, casts have to be cancelled in the middle of it because things break and we can't really fix everything in time. But still, people are so nice to us. It's really
that's
lovely.
sympathetic, you know, understanding that maybe we need a little pick-me-up every now and then. Very nice of you.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, when things go right, I see a lot of criticism, especially like in YouTube. But yeah, you're here to cheer us up in the dark times we're suffering through. Thank you.
Is it raining already in Hamburg, by the way?
At the moment, nope. It's quite sunny, but when was it? Like a few days ago. It was raining cats and dogs.
Yeah, I thought once
I
October
love it.
hits, it's rain until like March or whatever.
Dude, next fucking week is 20 degrees again. Why the fuck is
How
summer
can
coming
you
back?
be complaining about this?
Because it's like sun.
Oh,
and it's
wow.
warm.
How bad? Dude.
I want the
What are
fall
you
to
talking
come.
about?
I want to sit inside, listen to emo music, watch the rain fall.
Dude, you're seriously so emo. It's unbelievable.
Oh man, it was enough sun for this year. You can't just shut down the sun, if you ask me.
No, man, this is
For the
like
rest
the
of the
perfect.
year.
This is the perfect temperature. In Mainz, actually, it's getting 23 degrees. That is perfect weather. 23 degrees, sun. Could be like
weather,
that
my ass.
all year long.
Yeah,
Absolutely amazing.
So annoyed by the sun.
Sometimes you remember me of the guy from Sesame Street who sits in the trash can and always complains about everything.
I share, like my middle name is his name.
Ah, right. Oscar.
Oscar, yeah. Also star-shaped first name. Clearly people are jealous of success. When shit goes wrong, you're brought to Twitch chat level. I don't know. Just a random comment. I occasionally check this channel. I always see you guys positive and smiling. Props to you and keep up the good work. Oh, well, 2 days ago you didn't see me smiling. That's, that was one bad mood cast. But thanks. Yeah, we're trying our best. And it's so much fun. These days.
Mikey PX with the €5. Thank you so much, man. That is very, very generous. Once again. What I want to say?
I don't know. We're still waiting for Moon. The German White Walker. What is Oliver Giroud doing here?
Who is that? I saw that earlier already.
It's a football player from formerly Arsenal, now Chelsea, I guess. Back when I watched football, he was at Arsenal.
Okay.
I don't know where he is right now.
Where's Moon? What's he doing?
I don't know, maybe bringing the kids to bed or something?
I thought the same thing. He's
Wow.
got 2, right?
I'm not so sure.
I think he's got 2.
Pretty sure he has 1. That's like confirmed.
Yesterday, by the way, Foggy didn't make it. That's pretty bad for us.
That's right, he still got a point. It was close matches, I guess. 2 times 2, 1.
He lost with a keeper. How'd he do that?
He lost against Shao Kai. That's the more impressive thing, I guess. Shao Kai
played pretty well in the previous round.
Yeah.
Who did he play against again?
Still lost to Infi 2-0 when Infi played Night Elf.
Yeah, Infi's the master of abuse, dude. Nowadays, keeper. It's like right down his alley.
Well, according to the Warcraft 3.info article about humans, Infi is fully switching to Orc now. But
yeah, I saw that as well.
apparently, he's going Night Elf.
And as we also saw, Matt Morris finally succumbed to the pressure of Todd. He has responded.
What the hell did Todd do? He's one of the Avengers now for me in terms of superpowers. Making the Classics team respond, I thought that's impossible because they went like... They're only throwing out the patch notes, and that's it. No other communication at all. But Todd made it work.
I wonder what the PTR changes are going to be. And, I mean, have we seen PTR changes attempted and then reverted?
Yeah.
There was something, right? There was something.
Before 1.29, Defend got reverted twice? Changed twice, for sure.
I guess it was also Alchemist Heal Spray being buffed and then nerfed again, so...
Yeah, but that wasn't on the PTR, there was one patch between them, right?
Yeah, but the point being, usually, what ends up on the PTR goes live. So
yeah, in 99% of the cases. Yes.
Interesting what it's going to be. Pretty sure it's going to be something with a keeper in it.
Yeah, I wonder what they do. Link to the article, just go to warcraft3.info. It's on top of the page. And you should bookmark warcraft3.info because they provide great content. And if you want to see Group C with the human mirror of TH versus Jamiko, then you can go to twitch.tv/hi2chaco. He's back!
Hell yeah. The Light versus Focus also a really good game, right? We had a tough choice here, didn't we?
Indeed, but Moon games create more clicks on YouTube and therefore making us richer. And therefore we decided to go... I decided to go for Moon. All about the monies here.
What a sellout, guys. Unbelievable. There's a lot of talk about my haircut for some reason. Guys, I don't know. This is like every 3 months or so, I get my haircut, 2 to 3 months. It always looks like very short in the beginning, you know, and then it grows out again. I don't know.
That's like the circle of life of a haircut. I have to go again. I wanted to go yesterday, but I kind of didn't feel like it. And then I wanted to go this morning, but I was a little hungover, so I didn't. And now I have to go on Monday, I guess.
If there were like hair salons where machines do the work, would you prefer to go there to not have to interact with humans?
I don't trust machines. Some day they will take over the world and they will start with ruining my hair.
I wonder if that's actually going to happen. I mean, not ruining your hair. Who gives a shit? But, you know, AI destroying the world. That's one of the examples that is given for why we are not seeing any, you know, alien civilization, because everybody invents AI at one point and then everything goes to shit.
We're doomed.
Skynet. Isn't there a new Terminator movie coming?
Terminator 8560.
Yeah, pretty sure there is. I mean, it's a franchise. They can make money. With
Arnold Schwarzenegger in the main, the leading role again. Nice.
No. He's gonna have a cameo, dude. Though, because they want to, people want to see it and go like, yeah, I remember that guy. That annoyed me in the Solo Star Wars story thing. There were so many like throwbacks to, you know, the old movies. Oh, that's where he got his name from. Oh, that's how we met Chewie. Oh, you know, couldn't quite be its own little movie.
Oh man, you're so negative.
I said that I overall enjoyed it.
That's true. Finally, Moon is in the game, and you hear the chains. We're going live with game number 2 on Amazonia.
Hell yeah, brother. Going in live now. By the way, what I thought about the new patch as far as Fog is concerned, I think it's really good for him because finally he's got something to do against Undead, right? This is what I thought until yesterday. And I saw, shit, He's still losing to undead. What the?
Foggy's nemesis, the Scourge.
I think he's just afraid of darkness or something. It's just no matter what year it is, what patch it is, against the undead dude, he freezes. Well, fortunately, there's not too many good undeads around, so our boy is still successful.
Do you have something that you try over and over and over again, but just cannot make it work? Tying your shoes or...
I managed to do that actually last year, so
It's
that
very
was
good.
pretty satisfying. I mean, I guess the closest example here I have is in Warcraft, where I've always been struggling against Night Elf, so I can definitely understand like his issue, you know. Or were you trying to go somewhere else with this?
Oh, I was just curious what bullshit you come up with, but quite a boring answer. It's okay.
I mean, Neo, you know me. Most things I do, I succeed in.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that I was expecting.
No, but that's actually where Foggy and me have something in common. I'm supposed to be very successful with Undead against Night Elf. It's where I struggle against the most by far. Well, no, actually, he is right to be struggling. No, never mind. That didn't make sense.
Okay, we have a Keeper of the Grove again, plus Archer opening. On the side of PCG, we see a DK and Ghouls. So, the same thing they play since 1 point, whatever, ever against Night Elf. We saw like a little trend to go earlier Fiends. PCG not a fan, apparently.
No, he's gonna do that. He's gonna stop at 4 ghouls, and this time he's going for the early Nerope, then he's gonna go for the graveyard. So that's kind of what he did the last game, but he skipped the Nerope, and that became very painful for him. So this time he's going for it. Going for the Lightning Shield creep. If the Keeper is very aggressive against this, that can be dangerous. But Keeper's on the other side of the map wants to creep here pretty quickly. This is a really good Keeper map because level 3 is ridiculously easy. You get level 2 right here, and then you go for more treants, and you creep the 2 camps here, moving towards the middle of the map, and then boom! That's level 3. And then you entangle the DK like 5 times, because you can, because you're an intelligence hero. And then, you can't do anything anymore. This is what it sometimes looks like, so I think it's gonna be up to PCG here to be an invasive little bird. And try to, you know...
The Taskmaster spot was quite hard before because you like expose your back to your opponent, but with this pull that Moon is doing right now, perfect timing by him to do this, he can go for treants here, he can entangle the 2 tunnelers, will move back at some point, and you can entangle the Taskmaster, so you're super safe to creep this, and you have a better position, but the DK is coming in. Coil gets it! Big one for PCG.
That was a game changer, honestly. Otherwise, did he get that one as well?
Not sure.
He may have. I'm not certain either. So that was a very, very big deal. This means the Keeper is going to be level 3 for much, much longer. And that is very important. Level 2 entangle, you can only really answer once there's destroyers, and that takes a long time, obviously. So this was a massive, massive steal. Really good adaptation by PCG.
Yeah, I agree. So, Graveyard is coming, tier 2 on the way, and the Keeper is not harassing at all. That was the start of PCG's demise on Twisted, when he lost 2 Acolytes during tech. Moon trying to get the revenge here, and got it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got plus 11 damage, by the way.
Yep.
He's got the nuts right here.
It's pretty good.
This is exceptional, is what this is. Reason though this is a pretty good undead map in some regards is, well, if you can slow down the Keeper's level 3 with coil lasts like this, that's pretty cool. And also expanding pretty hard for the Night Elf because he can't creep the expansion early. And if he expands, you know, with a tree early on, puts it somewhere else, it's very, very easy to find. In fact, the skeleton is walking there right now, checking for it. But no early expansion this time.
Alright, we got a big bitch here by the MVP of September, Mr. Nubby Quakes, with 5,550 bits. Go Moon! And it looks good for Moon as he surrounds the DK and forces the town portal. That bitch here worked quite well for you.
Also, Silaniakea with a 19 months and less than 3.
It's so funny. He's subbing for 19 months and counting, and we every single time we butcher his or her name.
It's a hard name though. Dude.
It
He's
is
not
a hard
making it easy
name.
on us.
Yeah, but Nubi man, thanks for your contribution once again. I see you're starting October where you left us off in September, and yeah, very, very honored by your contributions.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. So, going back to this game though, the DK lost his TP earlier. You're not really supposed to get surrounded by 3 archers, especially against a level 1 entangle. Well, there was a lot more archers to be honest, but it was level 1 entangle. But he wanted to go for, you know, more of those coil last hits. If he gets those, maybe he can keep the keeper on level 2, so it's very understandable. But it was risky, and he was punished. And now, sentry wards, oh, they're gonna give him so much vision. He's gonna know perfectly well what the DK is gonna do. And here right now, I think this is the biggest issue with the keeper. This is so oppressive. Like, there's very little that the unit can do. Especially with sentry wards, which I guess aren't gonna be in every game. But the keeper has that sick entangle right now. Going for the Fiend, actually, going for the DK may have been more valuable, especially if he was to go for an Alchemist here right now. Go for the DK, focus him with Entangle and Acid Bomb. But even on the Fiend, that's good damage. And he's not even backed up by any army. Imagine he has Alchemist plus Hunts right now. This could be so troublesome. But actually, he is going Hippo Riders.
What? Ah, I thought it's gonna be fairies, but no, Hippo Riders versus Undead. Interesting. I don't like it too much. I mean, the damage is already low on Hippo Riders, and then you're up against Fiends who can A, web you, and B, have medium armor against piercing damage, which is damage reduction. I really don't see the value. I mean, it's buying time if you play them like Gargs and harass the Wisps all across the map and get rid of the Ghouls, I mean. And buy time for your expansion, and then maybe go into Mass Furies. But how is this supposed to work, even on paper?
With a big economy advantage again, I assume, as is pretty much always the case with the Keeper. When you go for fairies, you're gonna have fairies plus archers, and the archers can just die immediately. Lich plus perhaps Dark Ranger third, and you know, focus fire, boom, 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 skeletons coming out. So, whether you go for hippo archers or fairies, neither of them do great damage, but one of them is magic immune, is the important thing to remember. Usually the Lich is mostly useless against fairy dragons, gives the orb, yes, but no spells are effective. But hold that thought, this is gonna be a nice creep jag here, with the focus fire coming in along with the entangle, and again claws, by the way, for the Keeper. That's one kill, and I think there's gonna be more, because there's only one coil left. Another entangle, another kill, and he's got more where that one came from.
Pretty well done by Moon. Good timing. 43 supply versus 33 only. Now the first Hippo is falling with another entangle on the Fiend, so it can't move. Nova onto the Keeper, but these Treants, man, wrecking those Fiends. More and more Hippos coming from the main. And what's really left for PCG? His heroes, a statue, but the statue's in focus as well. And I really like the Hippos for that. Oh, nuke against the Keeper, but he TP's out without a single, with one loss, I guess, but that's it.
I think he lost one Hippo Rider there, at
Yeah.
most. But that was absolutely not just fine, but amazing. He killed a statue, 2 Fiends, or was it even 3? And lost only one Hippo Rider for that. And now he's got his Expo on the way. He's sitting at 47 supply against a laughable 33. Sentry Ward, of course, gave him that information to go for the perfect creep jack with that strong Keeper, because destroyers were still not ready. And it's, you know, it's hard to say. What could the Unit have done better? Should he just been waiting in the main, waiting for Destroyer form upgrade? And because if he moves out, he just loses anything. You know, you have to get creeping done. You can't just sit in your base and wait for Destroyers and do nothing else. I think the big mistake was losing the TP. Because if you don't lose that TP, you can go out onto the map, hope to evade your opponent, creep far away from him, where it's hard for him to get to. And if he does find you, then you have a TP to get away. But yeah, he lost that in the early game. Now he finally does have the Destroyer. But at this point, it may just be too late.
Look at this walking forest. There's so many Treants. Destroyer coming out. DK already low to 50%. He's counter-nuking a little, but more and more Treants are coming. He's just spamming the trees. And yeah, fighting TBC back into his own base. Everything is low for him.
And everything seems to be dying as well. Level 5 for the Keeper, who of course is getting a lot of bonus experience here. I've seen Moon prioritizing the force of nature quite a bit lately over the entangle, and I think that's a wise choice. It's pretty reasonable to assume that the destroyer is going to be saving his dispels mostly for the entangle. And there it is. Force of nature level 3. We have 4 treants being spawned now, and for that, 1 destroyer is certainly not enough.
And against Fiends, it's constantly good damage. Like, it's not the most damage, but if 3 treants hit you, very hard to heal against it. Lich is not level 3. He's trying to push this expo, but with 3 Fiends and 1 destroyer only, how's that supposed to work? Destroyer catches some arrows from the Hippo Riders. He constantly has a ground army. It's 8 treants now. It's 2,400 HP. But you have to get rid of.
Yeah. And he's just zoning him right now.
Yeah.
Get away from my expo. I want that gold.
Very smart. Again, showing the brilliance of Moon. How quickly he got used to that keeper play. He was the first playing the treants, of course. The innovator of Night Elves for, I don't know how long. 15 years? 13 years?
Yeah, really cool. He's having success with the new patch as we were imagining it to be. Oh, is it gonna be a Lich around here with the treants? Oh, he had it there for a second. And he's actually got it. Ooh, last second coil saves the Lich, but that is only for a little while. Lich is dead. DK here getting surrounded as well. There's a couple of dispels in here. I think he even has Death Pact here to use. If he should be in trouble, but I mean, come on. Come on. I think you really have to go at least 2 destroyers against Keeper.
Yeah.
I think 1 is not enough.
Yeah. Yeah, we can lately see that in these matches that you have to go Dispel against Entangle. Oh, now there's no archers here. Mass melee damage against the destroyer. So he falls. No Dispel at all anymore. So you can go for Entangle. There's no mana anymore. He was a little lucky with that big mana potion, so that's why he could spam those treants the entire time. But now it's just an overwhelming force with 60 supply versus 36. Maybe the undead main can help a little, but also not really.
Oh yeah, this is looking pretty damn desperate. If Moon stays on this army... I mean, it's not a very good army.
It's just mass.
Yeah. So maybe...
GG?
If PC... Okay, GG. Never mind.
Yeah, there was no way of coming back into this after a big loss here. But nice surrounds by Moon. Really utilizing the treants very well, I think.
Dude, he had that sick move. It was a game recently on Terranos. He was playing against a really good undead. I think it may have been 1-0 even. And he almost won that game with a sick treant block after a hero focus. It was with fairies. Oh, who was that against again? I don't know. But yeah, I agree. He's really good with those.
Yeah.
So now... What now, Neo?
We go into a little break and then see who will advance from Focus versus Lawlight. They started their game 5 minutes ago. So maybe we catch it and watch once we see it. But tiny little break first, and then we continue with our coverage of Group D. Moon is already in the winner bracket final, 1 map away from the playoffs that start tomorrow. And yeah, his opponent is going to be Korean, either Moon, either Lawlight or Focus, and we will find out who that is in just a bit. Stay tuned.